Hello everyone. Welcome to Leon's Corner. How's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday, I believe. The 30th. Yay, one more day till Halloween. So, today we're gonna talk about Chucky again. Last time we did parts 1 through what was it? 1 through 4, I believe. It was Child's Play 2, and Child's Play 3, and Bride of Chucky. Today we're gonna focus on the remaining three movies, and then of course I still need to talk about the last um, the last part of this series, which is the um, TV series, of course. So anyway, anybody has any plans for the weekend? Me in particular, I don't know yet to say. Um, but I might do something. Not sure. I'm not sure yet of what I'm gonna be doing. I'll probably do the usual. I don't know, kick back, chill. Other than that, I have no idea. Um, Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos al Rincón de León. ¿Cómo están todos? Hoy es miércoles 30, un día más para Halloween. ¿Y tienen planes para el fin de semana? Yo posiblemente, tal vez, no estoy seguro. No estoy seguro al 100% qué es lo que voy a hacer. Posiblemente lo habitual, pero fuera de ello, no tengo la más mínima idea. Hoy vamos a hablar de las ah, últimas tres películas por el momento, aunque ya se dijo que iba a haber que otra está por venir. Así que vamos a cubrir las últimas películas que son um, El hijo de Chucky, La maldición de Chucky y El culto de Chucky. So yeah, we're gonna cover the last three movies that we have so far. Yeah, there's one's coming out. It was already announced, uh, or it was mentioned before. Um, let's see how this new movie is gonna be. I mean, right now there's a little credibility because of what's been going on with the show, the TV series, and to be fair, it was a good series. Um, okay, so it was kind of weird. First season was good. Second season, okay. I can understand why the third season's the one that everybody's saying that it was the worst one of all. Um, yeah, I'm sort of confused right now at the moment because, like I said, I've seen the show and yeah, the third season was kind of weird. So let's see. Ahorita voy a hablar de las últimas películas, como dije, hay una que viene en camino, ya fue publicado, ya, ya se mencionó. Um, y en el próximo video voy a hablar de la serie. Ahora sí, ya entiendo, ya entiendo por qué. Es que, es que todos creen que la franquicia de Chucky um, va a desplomarse. Y lo entiendo por la serie. La primera temporada estuvo bien, la segunda no mal del todo. La tercera, bueno, la tercera es la que más de la que más están hablando todos, que es uh, y se entiende por qué. Una de las cosas que nos preguntamos, ¿cómo rayos fue que Chucky llegó a la Casa Blanca? No, no lo entiendo. Pero también eso pasó en lo mismo pasó um, en El hijo de Chucky. ¿Cómo es que Chucky y Jennifer pararon en Los Ángeles, California, en Hollywood, y el hijo paró en Inglaterra? No hay mucho de esas explicaciones, así que se entiende por dónde va el asunto en cierta forma. So yeah, there's a lot of questioning, I know. And with the third season, yeah, it's understandable at what point. The major question everybody is asking themselves right now: how in the how in Sand Hill did Chucky wound up at the White House? And to be fair, I have no idea. The same thing happened on set of Chucky. If you go back, hell, Chucky wound up Chucky and Jennifer, they both wound up in Hollywood, California, and Glenn wound up in England on a freak show. So yeah, there's some questions. We don't know how did that happen. Anyway, um, what I was going to say before all this popped in. Anyway, if you got your snacks and your drinks, pull them over and enjoy the show. Oh, by the way, guys, just a little reminder, as I always did in the past, as said it before. Um, if you guys have any challenges, you guys know the rules. Now, I have I have the also points that you can cash for me to do something. It's like a little challenge, and you could cash up those channel points, and I'll be doing something. Now, as for the toxic waste candy um, uh, challenge, once I run out of toxic waste candy, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find them. But I'll try to get sour candies, and we'll continue the sour candy challenge. Now, however, guys, if we do this, I'm limiting myself to take three three sour candies a day. I'm not doing more. I did it once, and yeah, the results weren't really good. So that's the only rule about that you must be aware of. Besides knowing that other bunch of rules that I have, but this is the major one. Uh, Damas y caballeros, todavía voy a hacer los retos como de costumbre. Si tienen un reto, ya saben cuál es la regla principal. También tengo puntos que pueden canjear por cualquier cosa que quieran que yo haga. Solo tienen que chequear allí donde dicen los puntos. La única regla es si es la de los dulces ácidos, los toxic wastes. Ya cuando se me acaben, no creo que vaya a tener más, así que voy a buscar más dulces. Um, uh, ya se me fue. Más dulces agrios o ácidos. Y va a continuar como si fuera, va a continuar ese reto. Pero la única cosa aparte de las demás reglas que todos ya sabemos es que me voy a limitar a 3 dulces al día, no más de 3. Y el motivo es porque cuando hice este reto, y ya saben la historia, ya lo he dicho muchas veces, el resultado no fue tan bueno. Así que esta es la regla, aparte de todas mis otras reglas, esta es la principal. Um, si tienen sus botanas y sus bebidas, ahorita es un buen tiempo para agarrarlas y disfruten, eh, disfruten del programa. Ok, empecemos por el hijo de Chucky. ¿Cómo fue que Chucky y Jennifer llegaron a Hollywood, California y bueno, el hijo no tenía nombre en ese tiempo, pero Chucky y se lo ponen al reencontrarse? Todo empieza de cuando el hijo de Chucky tuvo este sueño de que había acabado con una familia, se despierta y luego tiene que actuar. Okay, so yeah, we don't know how is it that Chucky and Jennifer Tilly wind up on LA, Hollywood, California, or Glenn went to England. But this is kind of weird. So it opens by Glenn dreaming that he got a family, and then when he wakes up, he knows he's in this freak show um, with a guy named oh man, Sykes. Supposedly Sykes is controlling him, but Sykes not doing nothing. He just has Glenn hold up and in a form where he makes people believe that he's the one controlling Glenn and whatever he says. So he made Glenn, well, at this point, before he was called Glenn, he made people laugh, and Sykes was really mad at him to the point that because he knew about his killing instincts and he wanted to bring them out, but he couldn't do that. So he puts a rat in front of him, and Glenn gets like scared of it. Then, for some reason, he doesn't. He stops being afraid. When Sykes was going to do something, the rat bites him. Glenn runs off and starts. Here's another thing. Glenn starts running off to a truck that is probably like couple inches away from that thing. So anyway, Glenn jumps on the truck and he found out he found out um, that his parents are in Hollywood. So he does go to Hollywood. I don't know. And that's the other thing. Don't ask me how Glenn shipped himself to Hollywood, but that was hilarious. Lo otro que pasó es que Glenn descubrió que sus padres estaban en Hollywood. Antes de esto, cuando Glenn en su acto hizo mal, eso enfureció. Y Sykes dice que era un ventrílogo. Entonces, supuestamente él tenía a Glenn de forma que nadie supiera que ¿cómo se llama? Que él no lo estuviera controlando ni nada. Todo lo que Glenn decía era por su cuenta, pero hacía que la gente pensara que no. Entonces, todos, Glenn los hizo reír y eso enfureció a Sykes, que cuando paran el show pone una rata enfrente de él porque él conoce de su instinto, pero no hace nada. Al principio sí se asusta Glenn, pero no hace nada. Y luego Sykes iba a hacerle algo a Glenn y la rata lo muerde. Glenn sale corriendo, va corriendo atrás de un pick-up. ¿Cómo lo alcanzó? Ni idea. Entonces, ¿cómo se mandó para Hollywood, California? ¿Quién lo sabe? No hay detalles sobre eso. So yeah, how did he ship himself to Hollywood, California? Nobody knows. Who knows? It's like whatever. Entonces, llegando a Hollywood, Glenn encuentra a sus papás, pero no están vivos. Entonces, lo que hace es tanto que lo que quería Chucky lo hace Glenn en 10 segundos. Hace el conjuro y los revive. So yeah, Chucky wanted to do this and it takes Glenn 10 seconds to pull it off. So he does the whole Dumbala thing and wakes him up. And they start talking about how they wound up there, and so forth. So yeah, at this point Chuck is like, well, whatever, whoever the kid is, doesn't matter. He I just hope that his parents bad aren't that messed up, because, well, Glenn had a messed up name, and out of respect I'm not gonna mention what was his name. But if you've seen Seed of Chucky, you'll know what his name was. Uh, en este punto, Chucky y Tiffany estaban viendo qué rayos pasaba, qué estaba pasando. Chucky hizo el comentario de el, el comentario, como Glenn se miraba algo raro en sí. El comentario que hizo fue bueno, es mucho para decir. So yeah, after all this, they get appointed, and you see Tony Gardner going in. He's fixing Glenn, and he's fixing Chucky and Tiffany because they kind of messed up during the filming of Chucky's movie. Chucky Goes Psycho. He needed to check that all, see what's wrong with the mechanisms and everything. And he's talking on the phone, and he said, "Oh, if you guys want me to repair them, I have to pull them apart." But Yeah, so he picks up Tiffany, who was played by Jennifer Tilly, opens her back and she says something. He says something strange. Too strange for words, guys. Trust me. Así que ya que se han reunido y hablaron, llega Tony Gardner, que es uno de los um, él, él trabajó en esa película, en las películas de Chucky, pero en esta habla por teléfono y dice que si tienen que, porque Chucky y Tiffany estaban haciendo una película y la película se llamaba Chucky se vuelve loco. O, eh, en fin, eh, eh, abre, abre Jennifer, Tiffany por atrás y nota algo raro. Es mucho para palabras, pero en fin, nota algo raro en su espalda. Entonces, Tiffany, mm, Tiffany voltea la cabeza y lo asusta. Entonces, luego, Chucky, entre ella y Chucky hicieron una para que volara la cabeza del um, wow, la, la cabeza de Tony. Y mientras esto pasa, Glenn no lo podía creer. Bueno, Chucky lo llamó Glenn y Tiffany lo llamó Glenda. La cosa es que no sabían si era hombre o era mujer. So yeah, it's kind of awkward me talking about this. So once um, Tony Gardner opens um, Tiffany's back, he sees something weird, and then Tiffany turns her head and says something. Along with Chucky, they grab a piece of a metal string, and well, a head had to fly out. That man, talking about filing a divorce from your head. En fin, voló la cabeza de Tony. Hablando de poner un, um, uh, un divorcio en la cabeza de uno. So after that, they moving with Tiffany, with Jennifer Tilly. And it's funny because they had to get a buddy, and this is weird. The other question is how is it? How is it that how is it that Glenn had the heart of Tambala? Just to let you know, guys, the heart of Tambala was the necklace Charles Lee was wearing the day he died. And he even mentions it on, I think he mentions it in Bride of Chucky. So, yeah, ¿Cómo? La otra cosa es cómo fue que Glenn tenía el corazón de Tambela. Y para dejar esto claro, pues el corazón de Tambela era el amuleto que Charles Lee Ray tenía cuando fue asesinado esa noche. So they move in with Jennifer Tilly, and well, at this point, Jennifer would do anything to get another role because, well, she was apparently she wasn't doing good. So she had to talk to Redman because he was doing a movie about the Virgin Mary, and like that was a mess. Sí, Jennifer Tilly no ha tenido buena suerte con las películas y trató de hablar con Redman porque su próxima presentación era sobre la Virgen María y en la audición le dice que ¿cómo se llama? Que gracias por haber estado allí, que la va a llamar y resulta que cuando le dice que la opción, su primera opción era, um, no, ¿quién era? No, Demi Moore. Ah, olvidemos, ya no me recuerdo de quién era la primera opción. Sorry guys, I try to remember who was the first person that cast stuff for, or was it Angelina Jolie? I just forget. Anyway, she's mad at it and she tries to do many things to convince Redmond. The thing is here's the dumbest thing you could think. So know this, they go out, they have dinner, they eat together. But Jennifer was so bad, and I mean, she even told her friend, um, she actually fired her friend because she was going to do something that another actress did with Redmond to get to land on the role. So she got mad, fires her friend, and then the wacky part begins. Um, since there were two bodies needed, Chucky tries to get Redmond's while Jennifer try to get um, oh shoot, uh, Jennifer. Tiffany trying to get Jennifer. A whole thing happens that led them to have two kids. And Jennifer woke up hysterically because she was fat. She was fat, and she calls her friend and she says, "Yeah, you were right. I've been so bad that I'm paying for whatever happened." And, and she's trying to calm her down. And Then one night when she invites Redmond, she goes, "Well, Redmond, did we?" And he's like, "No, we didn't. No, I don't think so." And she couldn't believe it. She thought she did. They did because of she was fat. Redmond says, "No, 'cause I knew that was going to. If I ever knew that was going to happen, I had to do a vasectomy. That's why. It wouldn't be me." Um, una noche Jennifer le pregunta a Redman qué fue lo que pasó porque ahora tienen un problema. Y dice, tú y yo, dice, no lo creo. Y dice, no, no pude ser yo porque yo me hice una vasectomía. So things went out of whack for a while. Um, Jennifer decides to get rid of Red. Well, she wants Redman to excuse himself. She got mad and she, um, not knowing Tiffany already killed him. Chucky goes and wakes up Glenda. Ugh, don't know if it's Glenn or Glenda now. Wakes him up and says that they need to have a guys' night out. And that's why they took Redman's card before before Tiffany killed Redman. The night before, um, Chucky and Glenn they go on the car on Redman's car, and they go to the photo shop because there was one guy that took pictures of things that were going on in Jennifer's house, and Chucky noticed that because he also was involved on the scene where t- uh, Tony Gardner's incident. So he um he goes over the pictures, noticed something funny. Then he noticed Chucky's there. Then when he turns around, he's not there. Bueno, una noche antes de que Tiffany haya matado a Redman, Chucky y va al cuarto a despertar a Glenn o Glenda. Uy, chicas, ya no sé ni cómo decir porque, bueno, en fin. Y le dice que necesitan tener una noche solo para, para ellos, para hombres. Entonces van al donde trabajaba el fotógrafo, y mientras que él revisa las fotos ve a Chucky sentado allí y luego no lo ve. So yeah, Chucky again doing his little disappearing act. Glenn looks at him right on the ceiling with his knife on his mouth, almost going to go onto him, and he screams, causing the photographer, played by John Waters, to hit the bottles of liquid, and the one that had acid landed on his face. And well, you guys know that Chucky feels happy because he did what nobody could have done, or what somebody could have done but didn't. So en este punto, Chucky hace su acto de desaparición, está justamente en una buena posición para con el cuchillo en la boca para saltar hacia el fotógrafo, y Glenn grita y eso lo pone en alerta y hace que el fotógrafo se golpee con el lugar donde tenía un montón de botes con líquidos, y uno de esos era ácido. Y bueno, fue la primera vez que Glenn tuvo su primer víctima por error. So yeah, Glenn had his first victim by mistake. At this point, Jennifer wanted to call Turkey and um, try to convince Chucky to call Turkey on the whole killing, because now they have a kid and she wants to raise them. And well, a este punto, Jennifer, Tiffany intentó convencer a Chucky para que dejaran de matar a gente ahora que tienen un hijo, pero ese no fue el caso. Llegando a ya Chucky otra vez ya intenta, no, de hecho se pelean. Chucky y Jennifer se pelean porque Jennifer dijo que ya quería dejar de matar. Chucky no estaba de acuerdo, al punto que pudieron conseguir dos víctimas. La primera víctima era Jennifer y la segunda era su conductor. Y esta parte es, bueno, no sé cómo describirlo. En medio de esto, ya la policía iba a investigar a ver qué pasaba en la casa de Jennifer Tilly. Pero primero, antes de que llegara la policía, llegó la amiga y Jennifer trató de, ¿cómo se llama? De darle un aviso, pero fue muy tarde porque fue rociada y con spray y aparte eh, quemada. ¿Y quién hizo eso? Chucky creyó que era Jennifer, digo, que era Tiffany, por el hecho de que ella tuvo que hacerlo a fuerza. Y resulta que fue Glenn o Glenda, otra vez. No sé si era doble personalidad o cómo estuvo el caso, pero lo más gracioso es que en, cuando pasa todo eso, Chucky se enoja y porque Tiffany le dijo, aparentemente le dice que no, va a dejarlo y se va a llevar a Glenn con ella. Y Chucky se enoja y para no, para evitar que algo sucediera, tira el cuchillo a la dirección de Jennifer, pero el conductor de ella se mete recibiendo el cuchillo para salvarla y le dice o le trata de decir que la ama. So yeah, he got mad to the point where he wants to kill Jennifer by throwing a knife at her, but Jennifer's driver just jumps right in front of her and or throws himself rather in front of him and it gets the knife instead. And he tries to tell her that he loved her. Like before, he tried to tell her, but he couldn't. So finally, they're about to do the ritual. Everything was ready. Uh, this point, that's when Jennifer was going to. Uh, no, that was after she had the babies. Um, everybody's crying. Everybody's making noises. Up to the point where Chucky just shut them up by screaming. It goes like, if this is what I get for trying to be human again, I'm out. I'm done. I mean, I'm already famous as a killing tool. And he goes, well, explains what would happen if he becomes human. And Jennifer clearly tells him that, or Tiffany again, getting confused because Jennifer played herself and Tiffany. So he goes like, I don't know you anymore. She is able to switch bodies with Jennifer, and when Chucky throws the knife, it goes straight to Jennifer. It was going to be Tiffany, but it was Jennifer who received the final blow on Tiffany's body. And then the police arrived, and saw what was going on. So yeah, Ya mero estaban a punto de todo, hacer el ritmo, todo esto y lo otro. Y como you know what? I forgot to mention about the two babies. Glenn couldn't make up his mind, so that's why there was a bunch of confusion, and Chucky had to shut everybody up. Había una confusión porque Glenn no sabía si quería ser hombre o mujer, y como habían dos bebés, tenía que decidir. Y eso causó una gran confusión, y pues el resultado es que al final de cuentas Chucky mata a Jennifer, a Jennifer cuando hizo el cambio con Tiffany. Llega la policía y luego Tiffany es hospitalizada en este momento. Quiere saber qué pasó con sus hijos, y su trabajador o quien esté llevando el caso le enseñan las fotos y les dicen que los bebés están muy bien. Ella quiere verlos, pero no es posible, no, con todo lo que pasó en su casa es imposible de que ella los pueda ver. So yeah, she wakes up at the hospital. She wants to see her babies. The police ignored everything. Well, everything was weird. Um, the person working on her case said she better lie down. The babies are fine. She wanted to see them. So he takes off, and Chucky pops in, breaks through the door, and he was like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. So he has a final showdown with his son, in which his son's smart. His son knew karate because supposedly they were Japanese. By the way, he does say talks to Jennifer in Japanese, just like little words. So at the end, Jennifer tells him that they better that he moves on and don't make the same mistakes as his dad did. Oh yeah. Anyway, during that fight with Chucky and his son, um, Jennifer throws Glenn the axe. So Glenn chops his arms, his legs, and Chucky is like, he couldn't believe it. And he goes like, "Are you happy now, Daddy?" And at the end, he even takes off his head and then starts crying. And a couple months later, or a couple days, I don't know what was it, but they're at their house. There's a big party. Jennifer's maid wants to actually leave, and she was horrified at she was scared of Glenda, but she thought that Glenn was an angel. So I was like, "What's the matter?" Well, I noticed that your son's been stealing money from me, this and that. He gave a girl or a boy a blue eye in school. Um, so she's like, yeah, I could not handle this anymore. So she's telling that he's gonna leave. And she goes like, okay. When she turns around, Jennifer attacks her with the the Tiffany doll. There's one more part, and this was on the this was deleted, but you can see it on the unrated version. After that, Jennifer starts cleaning up the blood, and then it goes to the part where Glenn gets a present. Nobody knows what, when, not even. And Jennifer's talking about or talking to the kids about the Tilly, about that doll. Glenn opens the present, and Chucky's gonna grabs him by the neck. So al final de cuentas, um, la muchacha de Tiffany quiere le dice que renuncia porque Glenda le da miedo y ha notado que le ha robado dinero. Entonces dice que eso, Jennifer piensa que eso es imposible, esto y lo otro, y dice, bueno, no. Además le golpeó a alguien, no sé si lo hizo sangrar o le dio un ojo, o le hinchó un ojo, no recuerdo bien. En fin, luego se pasan a la parte donde Glenn recibe un regalo, pero si ven uh, la película no editada, hay una pequeña parte que no enseñaron, y eso fue cuando después de que Jennifer atacó a la muchacha, trata de limpiar la sangre y mete a la muchacha en un closet. Y luego va a la parte donde Glenn recibe un regalo misteriosamente y no se sabe de quién es. Entonces va a una mesa y cuando lo abre, la mano de Chucky salta y lo agarra. So yeah, that's Seed of Chucky, you guys. Kind of weird. To be honest with you, that was the worst Chucky movie I could see, or there was in the whole series. I mean, Bride of Chucky was like, it was alright. I understand Mancini tried to Don Mancini tried to look at other alternative, like other than scary. He tried to add some comedy to it, but in the end, it didn't quite pan right, and that's why he decided to do Cult of Chucky. Uh, no, Curse of Chucky. Sorry, and that was sort of the remake. I'm not gonna, guys, don't be confused with it, because the remake. I'm not gonna talk about the remake because it's out of the Chucky franchise. It's not part of it, though I may review it. Still, I'm still on that shock on that. I think I talked about that one before. Anyway, the next one is Curse of Chucky. I mean, Yeah, Curse of Chucky. So what happened was that Chucky is back. He was sent to to the Pierce family, and Nika gets him and gives him to his mom to her mom because I was actually sent to her, and she looks at him in a strange way, like if she knew what was going on. And actually, it is kind of awkward. So, una vez más, Chucky va a otro lugar, va a la casa de los Pierce. El paquete es dirigido para la mamá de Nika, y cuando ella lo abre se da cuenta de quién es y tiene un mal presentimiento sobre ello. So, yeah, later that night, you hear her, Nika hears her scream. She goes and check uh, what happened, finds out that she's dead. How did she calls the police, and Chuck is sitting on a chair. Next thing you know, day after her sister and family goes to see her, stay with her because she couldn't be alone. But she wouldn't actually be alone because of Chucky. But then again, um, Nika, en esa misma noche, Nick oye un grito y es de la mamá y la encuentra allí en el piso con unas tijeras ensartadas y llama a la policía. Al día siguiente llega la familia. Llega su hermana y el esposo y su sobrina. Se quedan allí. Um, Barb, Barbie uh, tells Nika that everything is going wrong. They talk and everything's going wrong, and that she needs help because she couldn't be alone um, in the house. Um, and during that conversation, she goes, "Well, Ian works at a Starbucks, and her daughter wanted will have to go to a public school because of lack of money. That's why they needed the money from the house, and that's why she wanted Nika to sell out. But Nika didn't want to do that. So she goes, "Well, you have a nanny," and she goes, "Well, that's not working either." And at this point in some point in the conversation, um, the father, played by A. A. Martinez, does say that, oh, as soon as um, As soon as she talks about the public school. The father goes, well, um, all she wanted to do is go to St. Bridget's School, and I'm assuming it's a private school. So yeah, she was looking forward to it. Now she can't because of the lack of money. That's why, that's why she wanted to sell the house. And that same night, bueno, por eso durante la plática, el padre dice um, que todo lo que ella deseaba era la escuela de St. Bridget, pero ahora no puede por el problema del dinero. Porque una, no tienen el dinero. Dos, para agarrar el dinero necesitarían vender la casa. Entonces le dice a Nika, si vendemos vas a estar bien de por vida. Y además podríamos visitarte. Dice, y le dice, bueno, Ian trabaja en Starbucks. Y aparte tienen que mandar a su hija a una escuela pública. Y en esa parte de la conversación, el padre dice, y hey, todo lo que ella quería y era la escuela de St. Bridget, algo así. Um, en esa misma noche se cenan y otra vez Chucky y sus ideas. Hacen una gran comida y todo es a base de vegetal, no hay carne. Eh, y no entiendo cómo fue eso. Es, ponen los platos, todo lo ponen en la mesa, todo lo arreglan. Y Chucky estaba a punto de agregarles a todos un extra condimento. Y eso era el veneno de rata. Entonces, para hacerla de emoción, hacen el efecto del 360. Ahora, si no saben qué quiero decir, si han visto la serie de That 70 Show, siempre hacen un efecto que es el 360, donde todos están girando y diciendo tonterías. Lo mismo pasa en esta película, pero en vez de hablar, solo ven el, el efecto giratorio y todos comiendo. Ya luego se determinó que el padre fue el que agarró el extra condimento y decidió irse antes de que algo pasara. So yeah, after all that, the 360 affecting, uh, the father was the one who got the poison. He leaves the house, tells them that he's gonna I'll see them in the cemetery, blah blah blah. And next thing you know, that night he winds up in an accident where the the what was where he got stuck. He got completely stuck. His neck got stuck to the somewhere on the frame, And the police officer arrives there. He knows him really well. He knows he stopped drinking. Um, and tells the firemen to tells them to release him, but they're afraid to do that because the frames holding him and keeping him alive. So if they remove the frame, then for sure they would lose him, and that's what happened. They opened up the frame, and his head fell off. So esa misma noche algo pasa, un accidente donde el padre está envuelto y es ah, atrapado por el cuerpo del carro o um, bueno, eh, parte solo del cuello. Entonces, para hacer eso tienen que abrir esa parte para dejarlo uh, respirar. En este momento ya estaba inconsciente. Entonces, uh, el policía le dice al bombero que no puede que lo haga y dice, no podemos hacer esa llamada. Entonces dice que alguien lo ayude y cuando le quitan lo del carro y lo dejan libre, rueda la cabeza para abajo. Entonces otra serie de cosas pasan en el mismo instante en la casa de los Pierce. La primera es la desaparición de Chucky, y eso nos lleva a la electrocución de la no, sí, de la niñera. ¿Cómo pasó esto? Bueno, primero Chucky se escondió de ella, se escondió, la andaban buscando. Luego al fin, cuando se fueron a dormir, Chucky estaba con la niña en la cama. Luego se despierta mientras ella tenía una conferencia con Bárbara o Barbie. Eh, Chucky se levanta y Barbie le trata de indicar que se voltee, que la hija está despierta, pero no lo hizo así nomás. Entonces, cuando ve al lado, y como había una gotera y estaba cerca de el piso que tenía el switch de electricidad, no en la pared, pero en el piso. Entonces Chucky tumbó la cubeta de agua y bueno, ya saben qué pasó después. Y como dicen, ¿qué prefieren? ¿Receta original o extra crispy? Oh, terapia de... No, eso fue no. So yeah, um, the first thing that happens was the death of the nanny. How did this happen? Well, um, first of all, they looked for Chucky because he was hiding again. Couldn't find him. So then afterwards, Nika goes and goes to the room where the little girl's staying with the nanny, and yeah, apparently she's asleep. So then, in that same time, the nanny starts having a private video section with the Barbie or Barbara, and next thing you know, Barbara says he thought she saw her daughter waking up, but it was Chucky. She wasn't aware it was Chucky, so she points at her, saying that she's behind, she's awake, but the nanny thought it was funny and points back at her. So then, next thing you know, she turns around, says Chucky, and there's the kicker. There was an electric plug not on the wall, but on that floor. So Chucky kicks the bucket of water, and wow, she gets electrocuted. Now, here's the joke. Did somebody order a nanny with as an original recipe or extra crispy? Nanny order. La orden de la niñera. Luego, juegan y aparentemente la hija se esconde en un buen lugar porque no la encuentran. Entonces la segunda víctima es Barbie. Ella creyó que creyó que sabía lo que estaba pasando entre ella y que no le lo que estaba pasando y no le quería decir nada. Pero Barbie estaba hablando de la cámara de otra cosa. A lo que, bueno, luego les digo lo de la cámara. Bárbara estaba hablando de otra cosa, no exactamente lo mismo que Nika creía de Chucky. Así que ella estando abajo trata de subir porque se le hizo raro lo del paquete. Trata de hablar con Bárbara y Bárbara en este momento no, no quería saber nada, ya estaba más que enfurecida. Y le dice que ese es un acto de Dios o qué es lo que estabas esperando un milagro o qué. Y va a buscar a su hija al disque al ático. Y Nika no podía subir en el elevador porque algo había pasado. Entonces trata de subir por las escaleras y lo siguiente que ves Barbie rodar por ellas sin un ojo. Primero el ojo, luego Barbie. So yeah, she wasn't. Nika wasn't aware of what was going on. She knew one thing. She knew that something was wrong with Chucky, but Barbara knew something else. It wasn't that same thing. So Nika tries to go and stop her from being with living from keeping the doll with her. And next thing you know, there goes her eye, and then her body downstairs. Now at this point, Nika goes and tries to go look for her niece, but she's not in the room. She does see the nanny all burnt up with or burnt up. He starts screaming, see if Ian would wake up, because at this point it was basically hell on earth. She wakes up Ian, and they try to get away. But first, he had to go back and look for his daughter. However, he couldn't find her. So Ian thinks the worst. He thinks Nika was the one who killed them both because he saw the bodies. And Nika had this one thing where she has to get um, um injection on her below her rib because she had this one problem, and hard emotions could actually be bad for her. And she was going through a hard emotion, so she gives an injection to Ian, and Ian stayed there like it didn't do nothing while he's just choking the car, and she passes out. Next thing we know, she's taped up to her wheelchair. Actually, Ian taped her up because he thought that she killed him. So, lo que pasó aquí es que Ian trató de buscar a su hija y vio el cuerpo de Barbie sin un ojo, y luego vio um, la nani quemada. Pensó que Nika lo había hecho. Entonces la, la ató bien a la silla con cinta de esas para cajas, para que no pudiera moverse. Entonces estuvo chequeando en la computadora de Barbie todo lo que estaba pasando en la casa, porque él fue el que metió la cámara en Chucky para que grabara todo lo que estuviera pasando. So yeah, he was the master mind behind the whole nanny cam thing. And here's the funny part: he goes live to see if he can find his daughter, or Chucky would go to his daughter, but no. This is in the room on the computer. Walks towards Nika. Chucky walks towards Nika and goes like this. And Nika tries to warn him about it. But was too late. He uses her to knock him down, and got his throat. Así que estaba buscando entre las grabaciones donde se escondió Alice, su hija, Al fin me recordé del nombre, Alice. Pero eso fue en vano porque no la puedo encontrar. Luego cambió a cámara en vivo a ver si Chucky iba para allá, pero no tú en la cámara. Estaba en el cuarto. Nika se voltea, ve a Chucky y trata de darle un aviso. Chucky ve a Nika, así que en silencio. Y ya luego lo tumba usando a Nika como para tumbarlo. Luego con el hacha, pues me corta el cuello. Creo que el cuello, la parte de acá de la boca, no recuerdo bien. Luego Nika tiene que ser eliminada, así que Chucky la empuja por las escaleras. Nika cae al piso y luego la silla casi que en ella. Y le explica, Chucky le explica que por 25 años ha matado a mucha gente, a los Kills, los Kincaids, uh, ¿quién más? Los Parkleys. Pero en ese caso, lo que quiso decir es que solo mató la niñez de Andy, no pudo matarlo, ni modo, nunca lo logró matar. So yeah, it starts explaining to Nika that it took him 25 years to get to that point. He had killed so many the Kincaids, the Till is the Barclays, but that wasn't the case because he couldn't kill Andy. What he meant by that, he killed his Andy's innocence, or more than likely his childhood. So luego hay un flash. Okay, so this is the thing. Before I continue with this, now it was agreed that there was no way um, on the first movie was done by a collab between um, a collaboration between Universal Studios and um, MGM, but they were fighting for the rights, so it was decided to let MGM have the first movie, and that's why they couldn't use nothing else that had the franchise, which made it worse. And now talk about it on another video. So yeah, they got a clip from the movie where actually he's left for dead, but they had changed a thing where he um he had captured her mom and had her in a basement somewhere, and that somehow her mom betrayed him by letting the police know what was going between them. So antes de que continúen, déjenme explicarles lo siguiente. Ya que no se pudo usar el material original en referencia de lo que pasó, usaron una pequeña parte donde dejan a Chucky por muerto de la parte uno, y luego que él tenía que lo persiguieron por el hecho de que él tenía a la mamá de Nika en un sótano, y que ella de algún modo le avisó a la policía de lo que pasó. Y por eso, ¿cómo fue que lo mataron? So Nika's laughing because it said, "Oh, you couldn't kill Andy. It took you 25 years to get to Andy, or 25, 25 years, and still, what was it? You thought it was an act of God or something." So, sí, Nika le digo, bueno, no puedo creer que te tomó 25 años para matar a alguien y nada, ¿qué creías? ¿Que era un acto de Dios? So yeah, at the end, he tries to kill her, but Nika stabs the living hell out of him. I mean, literally stabs him. Because he tried to run to her and tried to stab her. So yeah, al final Nika lo mató apuñalándolo. Y digo, wow. So the police arrived on the scene, sees Nika with the knife, blood. They thought that she was the one that committed the killings, and she's the last scene you see her in court. Um, and the judge made the decision that um, she was competent, and you see um, the police officer grabbing Chucky, putting him on the car, and um, calling to get his money, and got killed by. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Take a break. Talk to each other. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Just take a break for now. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway, I see Nika with blood and Chucky. So yeah, she's taken to court, and it ended where the cop once again gets his throat slashed by Jennifer Tilly. Damas y caballeros, al final de cuentas, cuando ven a Nika con sangre y el cuchillo en la mano, ella es llevada a la corte y fue sentenciada. Y ella les dijo, cuando se la llevaron, ella les dijo a Chucky que todavía seguía viva, esto y lo otro. Entonces, luego el policía, bueno, una vez más, como en la película la novia de Chucky. Ah, este policía llama diciendo que tiene la evidencia y es asesinado por Jennifer Tilly en la misma forma que fue en la novia de Chucky, donde lo agarra por detrás y le pasa el cuchillo por el cuello. Ouch. Y esto nos lleva a la última película, El culto de Chucky. Los años han pasado, Andy Barclay ya es un adulto y todo empieza por una cita que él tuvo con una muchacha. Y están hablando y Andy, Andy dice, bueno, ¿cómo me encontraste? Por medio de Facebook. Sí, en internet esto. Maldito internet. Entonces están hablando y luego le dice la muchacha, bueno, tú tienes un pasado oscuro. Es así, le dice, bueno, pues sí. Y le dice lo que pasó y de hecho enseñaron otro clip de la parte uno donde muere la amiga de la mamá de Andy. Dice, bueno, mi, mi niñera fue asesinada, mi profesora también, en referencia a la parte 2. Hay otras 30. Y mi trabajadora, otra vez referencia en parte 2, con 37 otras personas más. Entonces, esta muchacha dice, bueno, ¿por qué no se hizo justicia? Dice, sí, 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 sí hizo justicia. Y le dice, ¿por qué no me lo dijiste? Y dice, mira, me gusta si no quería decirte nada porque no sé si te ibas a asustar. Y so, yeah, at this point, Andy Barclay is grown, is an adult. He is having a date, and while talking to the girl he's dating, he goes, well, you have a darkest past. And he was like, yeah, um, first my babysitter's dead, then, no, first my babysitter dies, then my teacher, and my school worker, and along 30 some, 37 or 30 some other people next to it. And the girl asked him if justice was made. I forgot to mention there was a clip where Andy just blew the head out of Chucky with a shotgun. They showed that clip, and then he goes like, "Yeah, let's say justice was made." And the girl goes like, "Why didn't you tell me?" He goes, "Well, you know, you would actually be afraid if I have told you." And she does back off, and he goes like, "Sorry, Andy, you're uh, like like you, but I gotta go." So yeah, Andy vuelve a su casa en las montañas, supongo, y Abrió una bóveda donde tiene la cabeza del Chucky original. Y hay una broma sobre eso. Dice, dice, ahora quién es, ahora ya no sabremos qué en realidad qué piensa de ti. Andy va hacia un cajón y agarra un soplador de esos de fuego. Oh, no, no. Antes que eso, prepara un cigarro y Chucky le dice, oye, dame un poco de eso. Entonces Chucky empieza a fumar y hace. Y Andy solo se le queda viendo de cuánto inhala. Luego deja salir el humo ¿cómo se llama? Chucky lo quería morder y se empieza a reír, a burlar y le dice, y ahí es cuando va hacia el cajón y agarra el soplador y dice, no hay nada mejor que pasar el día junto a tu mejor amigo. Y en la cabeza, ¡ah! Y empieza a quemar a Chucky. Y todo lo que se oye es Chucky gritando, ¡ah! So, yeah, Chucky did make fun of him because um, his his so he's gonna smoke and Chucky goes like, give me a hit of it, would you? So this is Chucky. He's like, and you could see him. He's like, okay. Um, and then tries to get it back, and Chucky is about to bite him. So it's like, oh, so you want to play, huh? He gets a small blower, like hand size, and starts burning Chucky on the head, and you see Chucky like, ah! So meanwhile, Nick is sent to another institution. But before that scene of Andy had that there was a scene where they were doing shocking Nick. I don't know why they were doing that. And she gets sent to another facility, which was more. I don't know if more private would be the right thing to say, but she had a bit more freedom. And I think I'm over 1 hour. Guys, listen, I'll continue Cult of Chucky um, in the next video. We'll for sure we're gonna finish up um, Cult of Chucky and the Chucky the TV series next time I see you. Um, so till then, um, if you have any questions or ideas, just let me know in your comments. Um, challenges, you know what to do. Till then, this is Leon signing off and peace out. Damas y caballeros, hemos llegado, ya son casi 2 horas, así que vamos a terminar de hablar del culto de Chucky en la serie para el próximo, para la próxima vez. Y con ello vamos a terminar nuestra serie llamada Lo que sé acerca de Chucky por el momento. Así que todo lo que me resta es decir que la pasen bien. Um, hagan bien, no miren a quién. Y desde entonces se despide León diciendo salud y hasta la próxima.